One of the many benefits to spending all of your time on the internet like I do is that you miss out on your inane local news broadcasts on TV. The downside is that you're subjected to thousands of inane news broadcasts from around the world. Recently I was treated to this gem.
Some think we're being poisoned by planes spraying chemicals called chemtrails. But is there any truth to this?
No, there is no truth to that. Those white lines you see in the sky are called contrails, and they're formed when heat from a jet exhaust hits the very cold air around it, forming steam, water vapor, just like when you exhale on a cold winter's day. The National Weather Service and climate scientists tell us that these contrails can last for up to several hours depending upon how humid it is. Very humid days, the contrails can last quite a while, particularly if the wind doesn't come along and scatter them all around. However, if you were to ask a random group of bozos in Atlanta, they would tell you that any contrail that lasts longer than 20 minutes is actually a chemtrail. A chemtrail, they say, is the government spraying chemicals into the air in the hopes of controlling our minds or maybe just the weather.
These chemtrail conspiracy theorists are demanding answers to their tough questions.
I want to know, when are they going to tell the public exactly what they're doing?
They believe the secret government mission may be trying to control weather to combat global warming.
Please, Senator Isaacson, make a statement in public in front of God and country and let us know what this is, what is going on.
So we took their tough questions to Senator Johnny Isaacson, who sits on a committee overseeing science.
Is the government spraying chemicals to control the weather? Do you know anything about that?
I know nothing about that. I think that's, again, a theory that some people have, but there's no evidence that's happening, and it's not happening.
Oh good, they got a sensible sounding politician to weigh in with a skeptical voice. That's great. Maybe it would have been better if they had talked to a scientist who maybe could have told them an interesting fact about contrails, which is that when the wind spreads them out, they basically become cirrus clouds, and this can have an impact on the weather. Climate scientists are actually studying contrails and how they impact our weather. Maybe that would have been interesting to these people. But hey, that's okay. Sensible politician is good enough for now.
But climate scientists are talking about the idea of using chemicals to cool the earth. It's called geo-engineering.
Wait, who? What? Who is studying the idea of spraying chemicals into the air to control the weather? No one is doing that, as far as I know. Geo-engineering is the idea that we can take these bold, very large steps to combat global warming. And right now, we're really far away from instituting pretty much any of them. And none of them involve spraying chemicals into the air. They're things like space mirrors to dim the sun, or scrubbing the air of carbon dioxide using artificial trees. None of the ideas are loading passenger planes with chemicals and secretly spraying them into the sky. But hey, maybe let's go back to the sensible sounding politician and have him be a good skeptical voice on this.
Would you support using technology to engineer or modify the weather?
Look, I said it once, I'll say it again. I believe in the creation of the earth by God, and I believe that Mother Nature takes care of our atmosphere. It's up to us to live within it and protect it, not to try and change it.
Okay, you know what? I give up. Fine. You know what? They're all right. It's not actually an easily explainable natural phenomenon. It is, in fact, the government spraying chemicals into the air. And you know what? Global climate change isn't a real serious concern. It's actually Mother Nature baking pies for Jesus. Thanks. Thank you, local news.